Hello, Jim Hodges here, Ava here. Ava is an almost 9-month-old German Shepherd. She comes from a working line. Working line dogs, German Shepherds, whatever breeds that are developed to work with German Shepherds, they tend to be a little more high energy, high drive. And that means we have to change the way we work with them a little bit. We want to make sure she gets plenty of exercise, taking her on walks, doing obedience with her. That mental and physical work and obedience will help take that edge off, okay? It's important that we spend that time with her, letting her know that when we're working with her that she has to listen. So we do that by slowing down our work routine sometimes. When we start working real fast with a dog that has high energy, we start to send them into that higher drive. So take it easy, be calm, help her to focus on us. Now, I work with her both in English and German command, so you'll hear me say both. Don't worry, I'm not going crazy or anything. Watch my reactions, watch her reactions, listen to my tone of voice, and let's see what happens. Watch the way I tap the leash. She's a good girl. She's going to be a great girl as long as we can be her leader. Okay, that's the other thing about high energy dogs. It takes a little bit more to be a leader, but when you become her leader, you've got a friend and a follower for life. So here we go. Let's go. Drop. Good girl. So just like in all my other videos, we want her walking with us. She's not out in front of us. She's not leading. She's not doing what she wants. She's doing what we want. When she's doing good, we're going to pat her and love her, okay? We can give a treat from time to time, but primarily good words, good touch. Let's go. Seats. Atta girl. Sit command. Asked her to sit. She sat. She needs to hold that sit until I release her. I don't have to say the word stay with her. It's just hold the sit until I release. Now, if she did not sit then, I would have told her no, and I would have tapped the leash straight up and repeated the command. When she did do it, even if I had to bite her or provide a consequence, I would still come back and give her a little bit of praise to let her know that I'm happy with her, we're ready to move on. I always like to follow any consequence with praise, okay? So, straight up to the sky with the tap. Break. Now we go back into the let's go. If she started pulling in front of me, I would tap the leash back, parallel to the ground. If she started going this way, I would tap the leash parallel where I'm going. We're always in our movement commands trying to tap the leash parallel to wherever we're wanting her to go, the direction we want her to go. Let's go. Good girl. I like the way she watches me. She does real well with that eye contact. I love it, okay? So, atta girl. Good girl. Now the DOWN. Plots from the side, hand signal. Good girl. Just like with the sit, if she did not do the down command for me when I asked her to, I would tell her no, and I would tap the leash sort of out in front, a little downward, and then repeat the command. If she did what I asked, first time I'd give her a little praise. Of course, if I had to bite her, I would have praised a little bit after the bite. It's important. We're not about consequence here. We're about teaching. It's not about intimidation or domination. We're only providing the tap to redirect her, let her know that we're her leader. We want to praise her 20 times more during the day than we ever bite. We want to make sure she wants to interact with us. So she has to hold that down until I release her. You saw the hand signal from the side. Right. Atta girl. Good girl. All right, let's go again. Come back around. Good. Plots. Notice my hand like this. This is down from in front. Down from the side, down from in front. If she didn't do it then, I would have stepped in, tapped the leash as I had mentioned previously, and then immediately step back. Again, in the down, she has to hold it until I release her. I don't have to say stay. If I tell her to stay, I would go glide. Good girl. Now, basically what I'm doing is telling her to pack her bag. She's going to be there a while. She can chew on the ground, chew on a bone. She can smell the ground. She can roll over. I don't care. She's at ease. She knows that she's not going to be working for a few minutes and that I'll get her attention when it's time to start back, okay? That's the time I use stay. I also use that stay or blibe if I want to stop her from running out the door or stop her from going from one room to the next, okay? If she came through the door after I told her blibe, I would tap back lightly, no, 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 and then go back out and tell her blibe again. It's give and take. We work repetition. We don't get angry. It's not about being angry. It's about instructing and teaching her and communicating to her in a language that she understands what we want, okay? We do a lot of this work up front the next 30, 45, 60 days, and then we only have to visit it at times if we've been consistent throughout her life. She's going to check you. She's going to test you. Any dog will as they go from puppy to adulthood, especially if we're inconsistent. Don't get mad. Realize this is a cycle of life and that we need to be in a position to let them know and then move on from there, okay? Right. We have a lot of cats around, running around. I know it's going to get her attention. She's handling it pretty well right now. But as they get closer, it may be a little bit different. And we're just going to deal with it if it happens. See? Good girl. Atta girl. Next thing is the heel command. The heel command is where we have a box beside us. It's our job to try to keep her in the box. It's her job to try to stay in the box, okay? We walk. When we stop, she sits automatically. When we're doing the let's go, we stop. She doesn't have to sit. All she has to do is know that she can't pull on the leash anymore. So watch my hand signal. Boosh. Atta girl. We walk around. We stop. Atta girl. She sits by our side. I can walk away and we're fine, okay? She has to hold that. So we're doing the heel. She's right here beside us. Boost. Good girl. I step off. Good. I turn that way this time. I'll turn this way this time. Let's go. And we stop. Good girl. Good. So she's holding the sit. She's checking out the cat. But I'm going to work her and she has to pay attention to me. I'm going to do the recall command now. Here. She comes, she sits in front of me. On leash, the recall command, if she did not come, we would tap the leash towards us. Remember, directional? When she gets to us, she's supposed to sit. If she didn't, it'd be a tap up, no sit, or no here, or no come. Make sense? Good. Here. Atta girl, good girl. So the thing about that is we know when we're working with her, or any dog for that matter, or we should, know what command we're going to do before we do it, so we can make certain that she's going to respond to it. If she responds in a positive way, we praise her verbally, physically. If she doesn't, we immediately tap the leash without hurting her or creating any kind of fear in her, okay? Very important. The come command off leash is really important. We want to make sure when we do the come command off leash, she doesn't have to come and sit to us in front, okay? That doesn't bother me at all. But what I do want her to do is to come. She has to trust us to do that. So in the beginning, I never have my dog come to me by giving them the come command. I usually get their attention. I'll wave a toy, I'll wave a treat. When they're committed to running to me, and I know they're committed to coming to me, that's when I insert the command come. When she gets to me, I pay her off. Does she have to sit? That's entirely up to you. Most of the time, my dogs sit when they get to the end. The other thing I do with the treat when we're off leash, and I'm going to try to simulate that here, is I never hold my hands out here, because where am I asking a dog to come? Here or here. I bring the toy or the treat in, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to try to do is we're going to walk around a minute. I've got a cat over here going crazy. We're going to walk, let her get her focus, and then I'm going to try to get her attention to let her come. I'm not going to tell her to come until she commits to me. Look at all of that, okay? And then I'm going to pay her off big on the end. I'll use treats to help teach commands all the time. Once the dog learns, I use a treat only, I like to call it manna from heaven. She's not working for it. The lone exception to that is always that come command. Also know when you give a dog a come command, when they get to you, you can't hook up a leash or do whatever or correct them or anything that may seem negative. They have to fully give on that come command, and believe me, it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. Okay? Russ. So we're walking. I'm going to let her do that. We're going to walk back around. It's okay. Ava, hey, wait till she committed. Ah, girl. Good girl. Break. A little hard. I had to do it on leash. It's a little bit different when we're off leash. We get her attention. We get that focus to us. Okay, come on back. Good girl. The next command is the load up command. It's typically getting her to load up in the truck or a car. Could even be to get on the furniture if you want. Hup. Atta girl, good girl. Now she's there until break. I release her. I could also give her an off command, but I usually just release coming off of the furniture or loading into the car. When I do load a dog into the car or truck, I'll usually put a blanket or something down and give them the place command. Great way of keeping the dog there and not having to get them to down or sit the entire time. All right, Ava, bet. Good girl. So the betting, a place command, she lays down, sits down, stands up. I don't care, she has to stay there. We can give her an elk antler, we can give her a toy, we can give her nothing. She just has to stay on that bed until we release her. It's a great way for an owner, especially in the beginning, to help establish that you're the leader without you having to watch her every minute. Say she broke this place command and got up. We would have her on a leash to begin with. We would grab the leash. No, place, okay? Good girl, walk back to wherever we were. She can do this for a couple of hours easy now, okay? She's a good girl, she's attentive, she wants to do the right thing, and the beautiful thing is as she starts to mature, it's just gonna be a lovely fit as you go on. This is the important stage now. The important stage is getting her to obey and understand that you're the leader. You have to be, I like to call a benevolent dictator. We love her, but what we say goes. And never ask her to do something unless you know she's gonna do it or you're in a position to make her do it. Right now, that's so important. Again, 6 months, a year down the line, you have that know that you can fall back on, and she'll probably respond if you've been doing everything you needed to before then, okay? Break, let's go. I think that pretty much sums it up. My name is Jim Hodges, JimHodgesDogTraining.com. My number is 336-945-3232. I'm always here for you. I'm here for anybody that I work with. We want you to have a great relationship with your dog. We want you to be the leader. It's all about real life dog training. Thank you so much and take care. Bye-bye. Good girl.